once we are done with the house wash, the next thing we really want to do is we're going to do a walk around. When they do this walk around, the purpose is we're going to do it with everything still on the ground. Before that, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my water source. And when I'm doing this, I'm going to do my walk around. When I'm doing my walk around, I want to make sure that maybe I'll show you some stuff that I didn't see in my beginning because it was so dirty and I couldn't tell it. When I was doing my walk around, and I didn't see this in the beginning, but this is something that we would want to take a picture of. You can see right here, this vinyl siding is cracked, and obviously we want to take a picture of that vinyl siding right there. Being that I didn't take it in beforehand, obviously I'd be taking a picture right now to make sure that I don't have to pay for that if something went wrong. But again, when I'm looking up here, making sure no drips, no dirt's coming out. Obviously, around the front door, I really want to make sure that I don't have no dirt anyway. And usually I'll take a nice little wet rag and just kind of knock it off there in case it is. Again, we're looking around here to make sure that we don't do nothing. Again, I see another spot right up here that I missed in my walk around. You can see right there, it had a hole in it beforehand. I actually did see it in my walk around, so I would have took a picture of that, and then I would have taken an after picture to show that even afterwards it was there. Again, we're going to just check, make sure everything on this house is nice and clean. Again, the vines, there's nothing I can do with the vines. That's a whole nother issue. And then in here in the back, obviously I didn't go too crazy in cleaning that because there's a lot of stuff. And I'm just going to check. The other thing I'm checking for is landscaping, pots like this right here that I didn't knock them off, break it. And if I did break it, obviously I'm going to do it. Also in my walk around, I'm going to come up here and take off the tape that I may have put on that box when I first got here. So that way I can do it. Again, if I have my my rag, I may take a little bit and just clean that off a little bit more. So these are some things we want to make sure that when we're doing our walk around, before we roll up our hoses, we want to do this walk around. So if we missed anything, guess what? We can fire it up and check it. And you'll see on my checklist, I actually talk about 3 walk arounds. And I'm going to tell you why I do my 3 walk arounds, but we really want to do 3 walk arounds. Once we do our walk around, we're going to start pulling up our hoses. And when we pull up our hoses, we just want to make sure we bring our gun and our end of our garden hose right here. And if we can have it out through here a ways, that will actually help us make sure that it will go right onto the truck straight and it's not, coming around, all that kind of thing. So again, we just want to make sure that our hose is ready to go, and there we can drain our buffer tank if we drain it, if we don't drive around with it full. If we drive around with it full and you have a big enough truck to drive around with it full, then obviously we're going to have to leave it full and we're going to change the way we do our garden hose. The way we do it is we dump it so that way we don't have to worry about it. But again, and that's all I really want to cover is our walk around and our stuff like that to make that happen and be good. And that way we don't damage anything. We can see if we damage anything, take pictures of it, let the customer know, hey, we broke this. You're way better off to do it that way versus trying to hide it, try to make it not look broke, that kind of thing. So don't cover it up. If you actually tell them, you might have to buy it, they might say it's junk, they didn't care about it. But that way you will look professional and you will be professional and it will help you in the end. So make sure you do that walk around before you leave with all this stuff on the ground.